In this video, we go over the reason and solutions for the not enough workers and not enough educated workers issue. Let's get building. First of all, let's have a look at these two different but also kind of similar issues. You can get the not enough workers and not enough educated workers message from industrial and commercial zones. When you start a city, you have probably noticed that in the beginning, you only have residential demand. Once you zone this, Sims will start moving in. That leads to unemployment issues in your starting city. The game lets you counter that unemployment by raising the commercial demand next, since shops require some workers. Next, you will have a somewhat high demand for generic industry, generic since this is the only thing you have unlocked in the beginning, which completely rectifies the unemployment for your city's start. Since new Sims that move in are all uneducated Sims, there will be a perfect balance in the beginning between workers and workplaces, because level 1 buildings, be it commercial or industrial, all have the need for uneducated workers. Once your Sims go to the elementary school, they can reach the first level, which is called educated. After they finish high school, they are well educated. And after a few years in the university, your Sims are highly educated. This is a built-in game mechanic when you play on normal mode. Getting into the not enough workers issue in a bit more detail, we'll have a look at the generic industry. If there is enough service coverage and educated Sims, that industry will level up. Once it levels up, it also requires educated Sims of all levels. But if you do not have good service coverage, the industry will be stuck at a low level, not needing any of the workers with higher education levels. This in turn creates unemployment. If your Sims are currently getting that education, the industry buildings will then give you the not enough workers message. If you add a lot of specialized industry, you can also have the not enough workers message. Forestry and agricultural industry both require only uneducated workers, whereas oil and ore industry require workers of an uneducated, educated, and well-educated level. That means it might be possible to have unemployment and the not enough workers issue at the same time. This can happen due to the fact that the education levels of your workers might not match the needs of your respective industries. So if you do see this message, you won't be able to know if it means not enough workers in general or just not enough workers of a specific education level. A few things can be done to counter that not enough workers issue. By simply zoning new residential areas, you can add new uneducated Sims to your city. If you instead need educated Sims, you could try to level up your existing residential areas with higher wealth levels so that educated Sims will move in. Keep in mind that education, among other things, boosts the land value that in turn attracts wealthier Sims. You could also boost a district's education with the Education Boost policy. In the Education tab in the info views, you can keep track on the number of jobs available and the unemployment rate in correlation with the education levels. This means you can get the needed information if you need workers in general or if you have sort of a mismatch in education levels. On to the not enough educated workers issue, which is similar but still very different. For this example, we'll have a look at the shops in commercial zones, which have multiple needs for Sims. First, a shop can't level up unless wealthy Sims visit them and shop. And secondly, as soon as a shop levels up, it creates the need for more jobs they want to fill with workers of all education levels. The way the game works is, for example, children do not work, but as they get their education, they represent the wealthy and educated shop visitors, helping them to level up. At this point, there are no older Sims that have an education level and go to work on higher education jobs every day. So you will have to wait for the children to grow up, get their education, and go to work in shops in the higher educated jobs. And that is another problem the player faces. At this point in the game, there is no high school built yet. And if there is, there has not been enough time for the Sims to go to well-educated from it and grow up fast enough to go to work on higher level jobs. At this point, the shops needs these workers though. This can even get worse since as soon as well-educated Sims go to work the shops in these positions, the shops can then level up again and now have the need for highly educated workers. The high education can only come from a university. At this point, the player has probably not even unlocked the university or has the funds to place one down. This then means that first abandoned buildings will appear, since the demand for highly educated workers cannot be met even if it does take some time for the shop to actually become abandoned. Since the player has followed the game's rules, they have not done anything wrong because the shops basically level up faster than well or highly educated jobs can be filled. How to deal with this now? Well, the simple and best solution is to actually just ignore the issue. Sounds strange, but once the education level of the Sims align with the shop's job needs, the problem goes away. Also, since time progresses and also the residential areas level up, they can house more families. These Sims that move in then are already educated, some even highly educated, and can take higher education level jobs. There's also an ultimate solution for everything, which might not be super realistic. Place the Hadron Collider from the Monument's buildings. With this building, a city does not have to worry about education at all. It provides all education levels to every sim, and they do not even need to attend it. I do hope this video helped clear any questions you had on this topic, and if you want to know even more about City Skylines, I highly recommend you check out this video right over here. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.